Now going over to the business blunder of the day, Stellantis recalling about 50,000 vehicles, including Alfa Romeo, Dodge, and Maserati. Now this is brought to us thanks to Michael Gunther, who's a writer at Car Scoops. And he says, quote, the larger of the two recalls affects the Hornet and Tonale siblings. Here you can see a funny little amalgamation of the two cars kind of stitched together in picture form. I was going to say, because, yeah, they're clones. Well, very similar to how GM has 4 major products or brands. Yeah, spoiler, a lot of them have the same skeletons or the same, base of the vehicle. They just get slightly different body panels, paint, and accessories. And yeah, it's kind of sad, but believe it or not, it's been that way for over 100 years in the automotive community. And yeah, which, I mean, I feel cheated if I'm, they're trying to sell the fancy Italian engineering of Alfa Romeo. And then, yeah, it's actually just a Dodge rebranded and, yeah, disappointing. But nevertheless, in terms of authenticity of an Italian experience from a consumer perspective, the reliability is on point for that. Now, they say, quote, it's a recall palooza as Stellantis has issued a couple recalls shortly. The latest batch includes a number of vehicles, including their 3 brands there. Starting with the forward, Dodge is recalling 40,372 Hornets, while Alfa is recalling 8,122 Tonales. The badge engineering crossovers have a display module that may not show a rear-view camera image when in reverse. This means they failed to comply with the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards, which, was that 2010? That was one of the, I believe it was an executive order. Remember, Obama did pass it, but that regulated that every vehicle sold in the United States, new vehicle, has to have a rear view camera installed or, present from the factory. Now, they say, quote, the government agency says approximately 1% of the 48,494 vehicles may have, quote, cold soldering on a voltage regulator and or software defect with the microprocessor that may result in the vehicle not displaying the rear view image. This impacts the 2023 to 2025 models, and Stellantis began an investigation in March last year in Europe. And here, well, maybe I should do a visual disclaimer. Here you can see some of the pictures of the vehicle, which, yeah, there's a reason they are discounting this SUV bike. What my friend got it for, like 12 grand plus. Yeah, another issue with Stellantis is they don't know how to price their models appropriately or more accurately for that matter. And here you can see, yeah, same damn car, but slightly different paint, which, to Alfa Romeo's credit, green kind of looks good on that car. A little dark green there. But yeah, in terms of core vehicle, it's, yeah, exactly the same. Which, again, the economies of scale and, it saves a lot of money from, from the manufacturer perspective, of course, which is why every company does this. But yeah. Now they say, quote, the Maserati is also recalling the 21 Gran Turismo vehicle. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Maserati. Nothing in the world depreciates more than Maserati. Talk about a brand that's been dragged through the mud throughout the past couple decades. I actually had a friend buy one, and obviously you want to be cordial with your friends. There's an achievement that she got in life in terms of just to celebrate a milestone. So obviously the Facebook comment was, congratulations, that's so cool. In my head, I was like, God, you're a moron. You just bought the #1 depreciating car new from the dealership. And also the reliability is going to be on par with the Ford, which, yeah, not great. Now, again, they say, quote, Maserati is recalling 21 Gran Turismo vehicles from the 2024 model year. These have a very specific textured top coat that can cause, no way, manufacturer and tire labels to fall off. In this odd recall, but Federal Motor Safety Standards require that certain information to be displayed on a permanently affixed placard on the driver's side pillar. Since the label can fall off, the vehicles don't comply with the regulation, which even the stickers aren't reliable for Maserati. They probably didn't spice up or, pay a premium for the nice 3M adhesive. Might use some Chinese solvent. I'm only kidding. Who knows what they actually use? Now they say, quote, the cars feature a Nero. This does sound fancy. I'll give Maserati credit. The car features a Nero Scarabeo clear coat exterior, and Maserati determined the, quote, root cause to be that the glue applied to the label may not properly adhere to the finish label in final finish clear coat. The fix is simple as you expect owners getting new labels that hopefully stay in place, which also shows how comically overregulated vehicles are. You have to have that sticker. Most people, I can't help but think, I'm making up statistics here, I can't help but think more than 50% of people never looked at that sticker once in their life. Like if you're, I don't know, if you're like a gearhead or you really care about your car's safety and fuel optimization, you'll check it. Because again, that gives you the optimal pressure for your tires. But yeah, I mean, go to the comments, you got that saying, not even close to running, comes to third. Rochester says, LOL, Maserati. Again, Beer Thirsty says, 3 Stellantis recalls in one day, recall battle of the year. Rivaldo says, I never thought that Alfa, Dodge, and Maserati could sell 50,000 cars in almost 2 years. Also, a slight at their poor sales, where 2024, their sales year over year went down by like 43%, and their profit went down by 47%. It was abysmal. It was terrible. It is kind of hilarious. You're spending all this money. I mean, 6 figures on these Maseratis. Ugh. And it's got, of course, they all have only automatic transmissions. So you see the boring, anemic little paddle shifters that, again, I've used. Well, a friend let me borrow drive down the street a Mitsubishi Lancer, not the Evo, but right under that. And there's nothing more boring than clicking the shifters on the paddles, which, yeah, even back then I thought was boring and anemic at best. And Stellantis already is made fun of, not every day, but many days of the week for their unreliability, their bad track record. Their sales are, just viscerally, going down the drain. They need a turnaround plan. The CEO was finally ousted or, left early last year. But yeah, gotta say, Stellantis, I'm not sure who in theory is in charge of your quality assurance department, but gotta say, Stellantis, you are certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone, everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.